Hey folks, welcome to AATR. My name is Lex and this is all about the ride. So AATR is back with a new look website at allabouttheride.co.uk. But I'm also bringing back the YouTube channel, hopefully with a slightly different format. Brief history, so AATR was a blog website that I created about 8 years ago when I first started cycling. As a new cyclist, I found the whole experience of getting into cycling to be not difficult, but there were a few obstacles and things that I had to think of, which certainly made it an interesting journey. And I wanted to document that. So I created All About the Ride as a cycling blog. That quickly developed into writing about how I kind of went about cycling, everything from pre-ride bike checks right through the journey to coping with things like cycling in the rain and cycling in the wind as a new cyclist. And the website kind of then turned into more of a magazine style website. So I was writing product reviews, as I say, writing how-to guides and just tips and things like that for people getting into cycling. Fast forward a few years and AATR got to a point where it was difficult to know which direction it was going in. As I say, it developed into more of a magazine style website, so not quite at the level of people like Road CC and Bike Radar and Cycling Weekly, but I was trying to develop it into that kind of format. But I reached the obstacle where it needed more time, more financial investment, and I just wasn't really in the position to kind of take it to that next level. As a result, I got very frustrated with the website and where I had taken it to, really. I found myself trying to engage with people in the cycling industry and finding that maybe I was a bit too small for the kind of people they were looking to work with. So I took a bit of a break from All About the Ride and from writing on the website. I started exploring some other projects, things like photography, for example. I got quite heavily into photography thanks to All About the Ride, and started to work on my photography and build a website and build myself as a freelance photographer, which is something that I still do. Really enjoy doing photography, absolutely love it. But in the back of my head, AATR was still there. It was something that I'd spent so much time developing and so much passion in doing. The website had continued running in the background, so it was still online. And at the beginning of this year, I started to think maybe I could rebuild All About the Ride, rebuild the community, and rebuild the website. But this time, not be quite so, passionate about it, and quite so demanding on how I wanted AATR to develop. Instead, what I did was I took the focus that there's lots of magazine style websites out there and they're fantastic. There's lots of pro rider stories and expensive bikes and things like that. But I wanted to create something which was more about rider stories, more about cyclists themselves, and more interviews and that kind of thing with everyday cyclists. So AATR now has a slightly new format. I've redesigned the website. It's on a new platform, built it on a Squarespace platform, and the look of it now is going to be more about being a blog type of website. So I'm going to have interviews with people, with friends of mine, with people I've met in the cycling industry over the last few years. I'm in a fortunate and privileged position where I'm working along with, I'm a brand ambassador for people like DHB Sport and Vitus Bikes, and I've got contacts now in the cycling industry, which you know, have built some good relationships with, and I want to engage them and their story, and not just about the brand, but the people who work in the brands and work for the brands, etc. So AATR now will have a slightly new look about it, slightly new format. The website, as I say, will do interviews. There will be some reviews, obviously. I mean, I'm sent products to wear and to try out, and you know, I'm a content creator as much as anything. So I'm building content for social media accounts, etc. But the YouTube channel, I want to take you out on rides with me. At the moment, I'm gearing up to ride Grinduro, which I did last year. So Grinduro Wales is an off-road, it's basically a weekend event, but it's off-road gravel cycling race. Not a race as in everyone goes flat out and tries to get to the finish line first, but there's 4 timed segments over the stage, and that's basically where the race ethos comes from. The rest of it is just a spectacular ride around the Welsh hills and Welsh mountains. So I did it last year, completely destroyed me, but at the same time it was a fantastic race, and I was very quick to jump on board again this year. So I want to take you and the All About the Ride channel to Grinduro. We'll take the GoPro, we'll film a nice little vlog for that, and also, as I say, we're going to take you out on some rides. I'm going to engage some of my friends, and we'll do some interviews and things like that. So I just want to get back to basics. I think maybe I got to the point where I'd lost that. I'd forgotten why I started All About the Ride, and the fact that, you know, as somebody who got into cycling, it's just a pure enjoyment of being out on the bike. And I've met so many people over the last few years who have the same passion for just riding a bike. You know, the simplicity of it is the beauty of it, basically. So we'll do some interviews and things like that. We'll take you out on some rides with friends. It's all going to be quite chilled, quite laid back, and yeah, so stick with us. Love you to hit the subscribe button. Please check out the website. I'll put a link in the comments below, in the description. Check out our social media. We've got a great AATR community that have stuck with us all these years. So, you know, I'd love you to be part of that as well. But for now, time to go for a ride. The sun's shining. It's a beautiful day. So I'm going to head out and, yeah, go ride my bike. If you're riding this week, have a fantastic ride. I wish you good legs and great rides, and we'll catch up very soon. All right, peace out.